and let's now get a live update from other parts of the country as well to see how just that happened. As we told you, we have our reporters based across the country to just tell you what the situation has been like and indeed what is happening at the moment. That's who we have for you. I'd like us to begin with our Stephen Leto, who is in Bomet County, which attracted 3 candidates for the governor's race. Leto, good evening. Tell us about the chaos that took place during the day and how far vote counting is going at the moment. Stephen Leto, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, Yvonne. Indeed, good evening from Bomet County. The curtains are coming down for the UDA party nominations right here in Bomet County, where the tallying has started. Already heat is rising at the tallying centers dotted across all the 5 sub-counties in Bomet County. And of course, I assume that by now the hearts must be beating faster for all the contestants that have taken part in today's party nominations, right from the MCA seat at the bottom to the governor's seat at the top, where various contestants took part for today's exercise. And of course, Yvonne, it is now emerging to be a race of who will have a Good Friday tomorrow and an Easter Monday. But of course, that will be known by close of the night or even very early morning, when all the sub-counties will have presented their results to the main tallying center, that is the county tallying center at the Bakita in Bomet Central Constituency in Bomet Town. But of course, there were some hiccups in the morning, but that was eventually resolved by the National Elections Board of the UDA party. And of course, 4 polling stations were affected, but nonetheless, Yvonne, the voting continued in all the 519 polling stations that were cleared by the NEB, and by 6 o'clock some of the polling stations had closed while others continued to continue with their casting their ballots. But as we speak, all the polling stations have kicked off the counting, and by 2 hours or 3 or so we will be able to give you the very results that will continue trickling in. Remember, the race for governor is the current governor Hilary Barchok and former CAS John Mosonic, who are the only 2 contestants. But for that race, Yvonne, it will not be the end of the road for whoever clinches the UDA ticket, because already the Chama cha Mashinani candidate for governor, Isaac Ruto, is waiting at the fence for any of the 2 who clinches the yellow ticket for the August 9th general election. And of course, we will keep our eyes open, Yvonne, our ears wide open to see and hear what will be transpiring in all the 5 sub-counties for Bomet. And of course, from now, we will keep on going to all the other stations that continue to do the tallying. But before we know what is happening, my colleague Sam Gituku is in Kiambu County, and I'm very sure, of course, he has also something for our viewers. Sam, if you can get me or if you can hear me clearly, over to you in Kiambu.
Right, Stephen, thank you for that. And of course, we still remain here in Kiambu County. Right now, we are back where we started in the morning. That is in Rero constituency at St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church, where we understand that so far several polling stations under Rero constituency have completed their tallying. They have been making their way towards the tallying center, or rather they have completed their counting. So they've been making their way towards the tallying center. By the time we got here a few minutes ago, it's only about 4 polling stations that had reported back their results. But now we understand that from the images you can see from outside, those are some of the presiding officers that are bringing back what they've been able to tabulate, and of course they'll be presenting all this to the constituency returning officer so that then they can go ahead to tabulate what appears the 3 races for Ruiru constituency, talking about the Member of Parliament, there is the woman representative, and there is the governor's seat. And of course, from the results that we've been able to see, it appears that it's a tight race between Senator Isaac Mora for the MP seat, as well as the current MP Simon Kingaras, because they've been in some of the polling stations you'll find that Simon Kingara is leading Senator Mora, and the alternative in some other polling stations. But then for the woman representative seat, it's a tight race between Anne Wamuratha and Lois Kim. In some polling stations there's a wide gap, but this is what will be tabulated by the officials of the UDA elections team here in Ruiru constituency and get a report thereafter. But also the contest for the governorship ticket, of course, between Senator Kimano Matangi, and then there is one Patrick Wainaina, the Member of Parliament for Thika Town, as well as former Governor Ferdinand Waitito. Those are the 3 main contenders that we have seen from this exercise, and so we'll be expecting to see the sort of exercise that will be going on in terms of tallying the results from the polling stations, and thereafter we'll be in a position to see how that progresses to the Kiambu Institute of Science and Technology, where all these results will be brought together for the county seats, talking about the woman representative and the county governor, and we should be in a position to find the outcome in a few hours or maybe early morning.